everyone, and welcome to Autzen Stadium, home of the Oregon Ducks and the House of Loud, a place where great teams go to die. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. As we'll see the number 20 team in the country, the Baylor Bears, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Bears will boot it away to start the game. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Offense set on first down. Looking for space. It's Birch. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Running back searching for a hole. Tackle is made after the first down. And the Ducks headed quickly to the line. The Ducks get a fresh set of downs with a fast, hard finish on that play.
Fast is the word. As long as I can remember watching Oregon football, it's always guys that can get the football, get downhill, get back in the line of scrimmage, run the next play really fast, but it always starts with the ground game.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there, more and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. They'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
They have it at the 43, 3rd and short, trying to avoid making a decision on 4th down. Snap it to the back. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on 3rd down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
Settled next to the Willamette River, Autzen Stadium is a jewel in the Pacific Northwest, and the flock of ducks that call it home have made this one of the most challenging places for any team to come calling. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. As we'll see the number 20 team in the country, the Baylor Bears, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Ducks will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Gets it out quickly. At the 35, he's open. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Comes out throwing on first down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z. So these are big for the resume.
Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Looking to throw. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. At the 45, on his way. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this off. With a first down. No matter how many times they tell you to look for it, it is tough to defend a perfectly executed screen.
Yeah, because I'm trying to go get the quarterback, and everything looks like pass, but when you see it, when you see that screen, you got to retrace your steps, get back in the play. Nice job by the offense. The defense just has to recognize that a little bit sooner.
So you get stuffed on first down, and now you have the offensive coordinator thinking a little bit.
Yeah, we're probably going to have to throw it now on this second play. But what are we going to see defensively? Now that they know we're throwing, might they blitz us? Do I have to leave more guys in to block? There's a real cat and mouse game going on right now between these two coaching staffs.
Wants to throw. It's Singleton. Coming after it. Pocket starts to collapse. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Coming to the line, looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 29. They go to the ground. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try to pick up the first. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
I think tackling is about effort most of the time. It's about how much passion, how much physicality you can bring to get your guy on the ground. Refuse not to get him on the ground. That's not a big back. You got to get that guy on the ground. You can't let him pick up an extra couple yards and stay ahead of the sticks.
Got his man quickly. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Fans are bringing the noise on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Quarterback looks for a little space. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
Yeah, you want to be physical. You want to assert yourselves. And now listen, I know this is a top 5 defense against the run in college football, but you got to believe you can do it and continue to stay balanced and run the football.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Baylor!
I think what you love about that opening drive for the offense is the balance. They were able to throw the football to set themselves up into position, and then he carries it in for the TD. You got to be able to keep defenses on their heels, and they did a nice job of that on this opening drive.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the offense on first down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. No matter what uniform the Ducks are rocking, they are dressed for success on the ground.
And that's who they are, right? They're dressed for success. They run the football, and then after that, what do? They run it some more, and they run it fast. Every Oregon team always been built on that tempo and ground game.
Offense tries to go RPO and hand off to the running back, but how about the defense up front? They're just too stout. They're not getting moved anywhere, and they're able to make a big-time play.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Oh, a big decision here early as they leave the offense on the field in their own territory. They want to keep this opening drive alive. He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there. From the gun, the give, looking for room. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The Ducks are rolling down the field. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. That's caught. It's Batista there to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score 7, Oregon 0.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Quickly complete. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down. You always have to be aware of the running threat from the Oregon quarterbacks, but here getting business done through the air.
No doubt, Reese, because you're worried about his legs, the read game, all the stuff they can do. It opens up the passing attack. And I think when you've seen the Ducks teams throughout history, the ones that have enough balance to keep you off guard, keep you guessing, are the ones that are the best teams.
And the Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Motion from the offense. Looking to move it through the air. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And screens are all about timing, right? You want to invite the defensive line to fly up the field, and then you want to throw it right over their head. And you could tell just a little bit off, and the defense got in there so quick, got the quarterback hit before he could really get his bearings and throw the screen.
Still on the 35-yard line, they'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Direct snap. Can't get him to the ground. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. The Ducks want to pick up the tempo. Tackled after picking up the first down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
Just inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Line just back in the middle. You want to talk about building a drive around a guy. First on the ground and now using him in the passing game.
And you get so much bang for your buck because you can split him out wide. You can fake it to him and throw it. This is the guy that...
And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And it's up and good. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Back, and here comes the Bear offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
And the quarterback is snowed under. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. With the catch, it's Addison. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. He just didn't have a chance to get loose and make his way to that 1st down marker.
I think fans get upset sometimes, like, run your route past the sticks so we get the 1st down, but nice job by the defense understanding where the sticks were and forcing the 4th down.
And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. He unleashes a long one. And this is hauled in at the 20-yard line. Touchdown, Ducks! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football. even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
Looking downfield, it's Singleton. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. That is just a sideline credit. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. Makes the catch. It's Addison. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
I really like the slot receiver, and I understand he's not the biggest guy in the world, but he just runs really good routes, and he's always under control. He can run option routes. He can run double moves. He does a great job cutting, and he's dangerous after the catch. Nice weapon to have work in the middle of the field.
The Bears get enough for the first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Oh, picked off. He'll try to take it back. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Oregon. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They'll go to the ground. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a man. It's Singleton. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. And the Bears will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And the returner will be brought down. Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks.
And he can't escape, and down he goes.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on 2nd and long. Handoff to the single back. At the 35, he's loose. Good, solid tackle. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. They'll try to get it through the air. He'll take the deep shot. And he's got it inside the 15-yard line. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Ducks! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Florida dominated almost from wire to wire. And a game like this makes you harken back to those Chris Lee, Tim Tebow, Brandon Spikes teams that won it all in 2006 and again in 2008. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Palmer. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Fires to the tight end.
Nice job by the QB and receiver on this play in a 2-minute situation, knowing to work the boundary, get the first down, and get the ball out of bounds. Great situational awareness.
Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Singleton. Throws to the wideout. Fires into traffic, intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Off-play action on first down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the second quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
Looking to go up top on first down. Reels it into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! This guy's putting the Oregon offense on his shoulders, carrying them however you want, on the ground or through the air.
I mean, so fun to watch when you got a guy that can do this. And we've seen it with the Ducks in history, man. They've had some great ones that put their team on their shoulders. If you need me to run it, I'll run it. You need me to throw it, I can do that too.
Returner will field it and try to get some field position. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down.
And the Baylor offense will take over 1st and 10.
So the offense has had enough. They'll take a knee and wrap up this first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Oregon 35, Baylor 7.
The Bears will kick it away to crank up the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do.
And he breaks into the open. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play. Big plays like that makes play calling so much easier. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 34. Give to the running back. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. The pull and throw off the RPO. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. Just another big play for this guy who spent the entire game wide open. Couple of touchdowns there, and he moves the sticks again, David.
Yeah, so I'll keep finding him, Reese. I mean, this is a guy that, listen, we're in the second half now. He's already made plays. I know I can trust him, so I'm going to continue to feature him in this offense because I know he'll continue to make big plays.
Well, they try to go quarterback sneak, and I know to a lot of people that's a play we all take for granted, like it always works. Quarterback sneaks are designed to get just 1 inch. Somehow you've got to come up and do it. But the defense there, David, they bowed up and stopped them.
Did a great job. Listen, everybody knows what's coming. You know it's a quarterback sneak. It's still hard as heck to stop, but nice job by the defensive lineman. Get off the football. Don't allow them to go backwards. Don't push you backwards at all. And then what do you see with linebackers a lot of times? They come flying in there, making the stop. But a nice stop by this defense, expecting the quarterback sneak.
Touchdown Ducks! And the route is on. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
And they did tack on the extra point. To kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Leaves it with the back. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Ready to fire from the pistol. Leaves it with the running back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot. And this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up. But somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Dropping back, it's Singleton. Fires to the wideout. Or did he find a hole in that secondary? Afterburners coming. The 20. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. They'll go with a direct snap. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Buys a little time. Quarterback gets past the marker. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
Off the RPO, complete. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the 1st down. And he just continues to put up numbers, and that number is now over 300.
This guy just throws completions, man. The ball doesn't seem to touch the ground. He's back there. He's making the right reads. Right now, he is locked into what this defense is trying to do.
The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Line getting set on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Firing toward the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Oregon! And the beatdown has ensued.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. That's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Bowling Green is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3. Kansas. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on that.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right
now. Looking for a man. It's Costa. Gonna take a shot. He holds it in, and nobody's close. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Touchdown, Baylor! And once he got loose, it was all over.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
49, Baylor 21.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they wanted it.
What a snag by the defense. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times, in great position, you see them there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
The offense lining up for a first down play. He's looking to throw it. Deep shot for the end zone. And the pass is intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
Man, those are frustrating because you know you're supposed to catch that. You're supposed to secure it. It's going to happen, but it's just frustrating for those receivers. Just tap the chest. My bad, dog.
And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On second down, wants to throw it. He's got his man. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain.
And on the slant route, I love the location of the throw by the quarterback. He's not making it difficult on his receivers. He's putting the football out in front, hitting his receiver right in the face mask and making it easy for him.
A third and short coming from their own 20-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly to the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. Don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
First down to start the drive after the break. They're going to throw it again. Unloads to the wideout. Working that left side. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up this scoreboard.
Steps away. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Looking to pass on second down. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete. Ball at the 31. Third and short coming. Defense trying to rise up. Quarterback checking off. They're going to go to the air on third and short. And it's intercepted. A turnover from the defense. He was looking for that big return to go with the pick, but he'll set him up in business at the 36.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked, but coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting an interception? Yeah, they're being blown out. They're probably not going to win this football game, but that is the type of play that as a coaching staff you can build on for next week's game.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Back to throw, it's Costa. Fires to the wideout. And the pass hits, picked off. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this team.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Now on second down. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Gonna take a shot. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. Touchdown, Ducks! And the pummeling has started. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day. And apparently, their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
First down for this offense. Out of the gun to give to the back. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26.
I think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run when it's not working. But it's those runs right there that are the reason why you have to do it, right? You can't get too one-dimensional. Keep slipping those runs in there. Keep getting a little bit of positive yards. Next thing you know, you'll look up and you might break one of those after you got them a little bit tired.
Gets it out fast. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And the defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get two bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. First down here for the offense.
42 Spider.
Going to the running game. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Costa. Getting some heat. And boy, was that pressure in his face immediately. Down he goes.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and it makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much. They need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance.
He's going to fire deep. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense, they've been so good, man. Dialed in, you could tell. They were ready, they were fast, they were physical. They dominated this football game today.
On 4th down, going to the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's not going to make it, and what a big stop for this defense, and they might be able to put this thing away. The offense set for a 1st down play. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Dumps it off in the flats. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. First down here for the offense. Here we go. Looking for a gap. It's Birch. Still on his feet at the 45. He'll work his way down to the 28.
Man, sometimes it just gets frustrating, and you've just been beat down all day. This defense hasn't had answers, but now you can't let them run the football and just run it down your throat and be physical. This defense has to do something different and find a way to make something happen.
Now on the move at the 28-yard line on first down. They'll ride the hot hand. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Loses one. Brings up second down.
Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all three phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man,